Hi everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan with your numerology forecast for March 2020. Let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the month and day of your birth date, or day and month of your birth date, to number 4. Okay, let's use the example March 28th. We would go 3 plus 2 plus 8 plus 4. Now the second step here is to keep adding together any double-digit numbers that you end up with until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. And that single number between 1 and 9 is your personal year number for the whole year. So once again, our birth date example is the 28th of March, and we're adding that to number 4. That would be 3 plus 2 plus 8 plus 4. Now that adds up to 17. The second step is to keep adding double-digit numbers together till we get a single number between 1 and 9. Therefore, that 17 is 1 plus 7 equals a single-digit 8 personal year number. Okay, one more time. We're going to add the month and day, or day and month of your birth date to number 4. Add any double-digit numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. That's your personal year number for the year. Now, just before I read the personal year forecasts between 1 and 9, I first of all need to tell you that I am still running my 2 for the price of 1 12-month forecasts for the reports for the next 12 months, as well as your entire numerology report that includes your karmic lessons, your destiny number, your soul's urge, your life path, information as to what your journey is in this lifetime, what your lessons are, what your challenges are, what you've come to work on in this life. They normally cost $25 each. Like I said, they come with a 12-month forecast for the next 12 months, also a forecast for 2020 and 2021. Normally $25 each, that's US or New Zealand dollars. They are currently 2 for the price of 1. All right, so you would just purchase your first numerology report, the personality profile and 12-month forecast report through my website, and then you would purchase that as normal. Then when I send your report back to you, I will ask you for the details of the free second report. Second announcement I need to make before I dive into the forecasts is regarding the coronavirus, okay, and the scare that is doing the rounds internationally. So whatever the international scare of the moment is, whether it's coronavirus or whatever the next thing is, or even things of the past, is to not allow ourselves to become disempowered by fear. You know, it's important to remember that the human race are easily able to be controlled and manipulated when they're afraid. Okay, instead you need to build a strong foundation within yourself of hope, faith, and trust. Hope, faith, and trust that you're going to be fine no matter what your experience is in life. And that's for anything you go through. How do you build that foundation? You build it through working upon what you believe that's bigger than yourself. It's building a relationship with the divine. It's taking that power from outside and bringing it within you and connecting to that higher power. Especially this year and especially this month, it is a combination of numbers that is saying build a solid foundation that will stand the test of time within yourself through whatever it is you believe spiritually. Find a spiritual belief, even if that spiritual belief is simply, I believe in something bigger than myself, but I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter about the label. It's nothing to do with religion. It's to do with the fact that there is a divine higher power that exists, and you need to build a stronger relationship with it that will help you with everything in your life. It will help you to be strong, courageous, and it will help you to live in love and trust, hope, and fear, as opposed to trust, hope, and faith, instead of fear. All right, and that is very, very important. So with that being said, let's dive into the forecasts, beginning first of all with personal year number 1. Okay, so you guys, this whole year for you is about a whole new beginning, and that will become apparent more so as the year goes on. It's about a new you, a new beginning, a new fresh start, a new mindset, new opportunities across the board. However, the month of March is saying come up with a plan, Okay, put some systems in place as to how you're going to get from A to B, how you're going to get from A to Z. If there's something you need or want to accomplish, especially this year, whether it's improved health, whether it's improving your career, whether it's working on a relationship, whether it's, becoming a better person with personal growth, overcoming a debt, solving an issue, an on-standing issue or a relationship problem, whatever it is, this month is saying come up with a plan. It's not just an idea. It's not just a thought that, this will happen on its own. You need to take action and you need to create some steps that will enable you to get from A to Z. So this is a month to put in the effort. Okay, you need to come up with the steps and the plan, and then you need to start implementing those steps and start pursuing that plan. So you need to put effort in. All right, you need to be organized this month. There's going to be a lot on your plate, so you need to be able to be organized and structured and be able to be proactive about getting through everything that comes your way. So, great time to finish what you've already started and work on getting things well underway. There will be delays and obstacles and challenges. Don't you worry, you've got this. And that's the whole point. It's teaching you the attitude of when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I've got this. So don't believe when things, there are delays and obstacles that it means you're on the wrong path. It's not that at all. You're simply just being taught about persistence, resilience, dedication, commitment, self-discipline. Okay, so it is a time to be positive and optimistic and to not give up. You really need to be patient this month. It is well known for being a time where things may not just land in your lap. They may not happen as quickly and as easily as you would have expected, or they may not happen as quickly and as easily as they have happened in a similar circumstance in the past. Know that that is quite normal for this period of time. You're basically just being tested on your dedication and commitment. Okay, so keep going, be patient, cross your T's, dot your I's, put your head down, your bum up, put the effort in, okay, and gradually work towards and take steps towards accomplishing and setting up your goals, all right? I'll leave that with you. Let's move along now to personal year number 2. And for you guys, this entire year, one of the grand themes for you this year is about learning to find balance within yourself. Okay, balance, being stable from within. That's emotional balance. Learning about, emotions that might come up, whether they are repressed emotions that are riding up to the surface, whether they are emotions that are stemming from something new. But you'll often find that everything is really just a thread of the past reoccurring in your life. Okay, and so you're here to learn, this year especially, how to get yourself emotionally strong, how to get yourself strong and resilient and balanced and in harmony from within, based on what you choose to believe, based on understanding the patterns of behavior and the patterns or the reasons for the emotions that come to the surface. And this is just standard conventional psychology now. A lot of the times we're feeling what we feel, they're not just from that one circumstance that occurs in our life as we get the feelings, that occur at that moment in time. They can also stem from events from the past, especially in childhood. And it's understanding that everything really is just like a domino effect from there. Sometimes the things we feel are not the reasons we feel them are not what we think they are. And this year is asking you to get clear and to observe yourself as the third party looking in, to examine your behavior, to examine why you do the things you do. It's a year where your heart may open up more so than any other year. You may feel more sensitive, may feel more open for love, and that is what we kind of want here. The goal of this year is to get you more open, to be more loving, more harmonious, more cooperative, more kind, more caring, more sensitive. All right, and you can do that the easy way or the hard way. You can either do this kicking and screaming and fighting at every step of the way, which will just make it harder, or you can do it by being proactive and conscious about what's going on. Now, the month of March for you is a month where anything can happen, and it usually does. And that's what I often say about this combination of numbers. Anything can happen, and it usually does. Things can come from out of the blue, and they can be surprises. They can be happy, exciting surprises, and they can be, what the F was that? What the hell just happened just then? Those kinds of surprises as well. Remember, when anything doesn't go our way, or when any sort of of challenge occurs in our life, we're not being punished. We've not done anything wrong. It's not like something's, there's a glitch in the system. No, it's normal. It's life. You came here to learn and grow and evolve, and it's really just life giving you an opportunity to what? Learn, grow, and evolve, you see? So that's what challenges are. That's why we're actually here. We're here for the good stuff, the work. We didn't come here for an easy, pain-free, flawless life. So get that in your head moving forward so you don't feel victimized. Now, it is a cycle of change. So if there are changes that you know that you need to make in your life, now is the time to make them. It's saying be proactive, make those changes. If you are stuck in your ways and you are not making changes that need to be made, life may force those changes upon you, and sometimes it's better to be proactive and one step ahead of the game, so that you're not given a curveball that may throw you. You're more in control of the change that you're making, especially when you consciously know that it's not right for you, especially in relationships that are not right for you. So be disciplined. There could be a lot going on this month. Don't have your finger in too many pies. You can be easily distracted. You may not finish things. You need to be extra disciplined, extra focused, extra organized. Don't buy into drama. Okay, that's a very important piece of information and advice this month. Don't get caught up in the drama of things. Let shit go. Okay, don't get caught up in the spin cycle of the washing machine. Learn to just let things go and move on. Accept, let go, move on. Keep yourself in balance. Remember, don't get yourself all out of alignment unnecessarily. Great time for adventure, great time to, like I said, make change, great time to go on to travel, great time to promote yourself, network, get out and about. You may find that you've got the gift of the gab this month. You may find that you are out and about a lot more this month. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Let's move on now to personal year number 3. This whole year for you is about you learning more about what makes you unhappy, so that you can be aware of the things that make you unhappy, because the whole point of this year is trying to get you into a space where you feel happy and content and complete within yourself. So in order for you to get to that space, you need to first of all recognize what makes you unhappy, what takes you out of a good feeling place, what makes you uncomfortable, so that you can be aware of that and make changes that are needed. Maybe those changes are sometimes simply just a change in perception or a change in attitude. The 3 year is saying, your happiness and how you feel on a day-to-day basis is a lot more important than you think, because we attract based on what we feel. We attract our circumstances for now and for the future based on what we're putting out now. So you need to be in a space where what you're putting out now, is positive thoughts, is hope and faith of the possibilities that are out there for you, that problems can be solved, that you can overcome challenges, all of those sorts of things, and to communicate those thoughts. Every time this is a very powerful year for communication and manifestation, or in other words, creating things. And every thought you have and everything you say is an affirmation that is manifesting into physical form. So negative thoughts about yourself or negative thoughts about others in life, they can manifest when they're repetitive. Everything you say. So if you're going around saying to friends or family, my life sucks, this always happens to me, or those people are always assholes, or whatever, you're just going to attract more of that. So you need to be more aware and more responsible with your thoughts and your words and your actions. And that's what this year is trying to teach you. This month of March is where there is a big focus on the relationships around you. And those relationships can be with friends, with family, with loved ones, children, love partnerships, work colleagues, neighbors, the community. So this is definitely a month where you need to be able to get yourself to a space where you're readily available to put yourself out. Now, at first, we all resist a lot of the times when we're needed, because we need to get our own things done. We've got schedules, we've got work, we've got jobs, we've got things that need to be done. And the last thing some people do is want to lend a helping hand or to be diverted from their own plans to help someone else. But this month, life is asking you, be there to help out where you're needed. Don't worry about what you're putting off as you do so. There will be plenty of time for that to be made up for moving forward. And if not, it wasn't that important. is to be made up for. So, put yourself out, be a shoulder to cry on, be there for when you are needed. Relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface will rise to be addressed. So that means if there are ongoing issues, they could blow up to the point where they need to be looked at and discussed, because it's the elephant in the room that cannot be avoided any longer. This is definitely a year and a month for you to speak your truth. So be cooperative, be diplomatic, but speak and communicate with honesty. Be your true authentic self. Be honestly communicating what you really think and feel, especially when it comes to resolving relationship issues, or simply just having your say and getting things off your chest. Very important for you to express what you're thinking and feeling. Sometimes it's not always possible to have that in a verbal conversation with someone, or a face-to-face conversation with someone directly. Therefore, feel free to write in a journal, to write a letter and get everything out, because this is for your benefit, for you to express what you're thinking and feeling so that you can remove that energy from you and you can be more of a clean slate. So sometimes, journaling in a journal that no one else will see, or writing a letter that no one else will see, or writing a letter that the other person will see, because that's easier for you to communicate what you need to get out. These things are all very important for you at this present moment in time. Okay, so I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 4. And say this entire year, you guys in a 4-year, you're in the same energy as what is called the universal year. So 2020 is a 4-year, a 4 universal year for everybody. So we all are going to be experiencing essences and experiences to do with number 4, no matter what our own individual personal year number is that goes alongside that. But for those of you that are in a 4-year, you will always be in sync and in harmony with the universal year. It's the same number as the whole universal year, so that kind of amplifies whatever year number you're in for you. And so this year, you alongside with the planet itself in that 4-year, it's saying build a more solid foundation within yourself and within your life. So if anything is built on a fault line, for example, unsteady relationships that are unhealthy, or unethical behavior, or going against your soul's desire for how you allow yourself to be treated, or how you're treating other people, or how you are in situations in your behavior, anything that is existing on a fault line or an unsteady foundation will crumble in order to be rebuilt on a more solid foundation. And so this entire year is about you doing what needs to be done for you personally, internally, your spirit, your soul, your mind, your emotions, doing whatever feels good that you need to do to get yourself more strong and stable from within, as well as in your physical world. Stability and a strong structure and foundation in everything, the relationships around you, your health, your career, your finances, your plans for the future, your actual home and the building that you live in, all these sorts of things. Do the work that needs to be done to create this solid foundation. Create a plan and use a step-by-step process to implement that plan into physical action. That's what this year is about for you. And there will be delays and obstacles, and there will be times where you feel like, as I like to say, it's like you want to go for a run, but you're wearing concrete boots. To be patient, to take it one step at a time, and to know that, the obstacles and delays are just to teach you commitment and persistence, and to not give up. Now, for the month of March, it is definitely a month where life is saying go within, go within, go within. Not so much about big things that you're trying to achieve in the physical world. This is a month where life is saying mind, body, spirit, mind, body, spirit. Focus on your health and well-being. Focus on making sure that you have some quiet time alone to contemplate how you really think and feel, and ponder the big questions in life. Who am I? What's important for me? What are these issues that are reoccurring in my life? What is my life trying to show me here? What am I not getting? Why am I going around in circles? Why do I feel tormented? Why am I unhappy? What do I need to do to be happy? What's my programming? We're going into psychology now. What are my limiting thoughts and behaviors that are patterns within me that are keeping me stuck? It's a time to sort of look at yourself as a third party, looking in and examining your behavior and your beliefs. Also a month to focus on your relationship with whatever you believe. It's a month to find your spiritual truth, to find that faith, hope, and trust. Some people believe in angels, some people believe in spirit guides, some people believe in God, some people believe in religion, some people believe in Buddha, some people believe in source energy. It doesn't really matter what you call it. The label itself is irrelevant. It's the fact that you are being governed or being steered in a way that your soul is screaming for you to find something that you believe in and connect with it, because that is what will create empowerment for you. That is what will create a solid foundation of trust, of especially as we go through these crazy times with coronavirus is the latest one, and all the fear that's spreading around the world. So get out in nature. Get outdoors, animals, music, dance, whatever feels good for you, prayer, yoga, qigong, whatever, holistic practices, whatever it is, mind, body, spirit, that will assist you in building that solid foundation within yourself. This combination of numbers also says don't push for things to happen before their time. So go with the flow. There's a saying and it's called let go and let God. And that's about trusting that life knows what it's doing, trusting that everything is unfolding in its own divine, perfect timing, even though it may not be in your own ego-driven personal timing. To not try and bulldoze over everything thinking, no, this must happen now, and forcing the issue, because if it's not happening naturally and you're being impatient, things will fall flat on their face. So you don't want that. You want to go with the flow. You want to let go and let things unfold in their own natural way. You just need to find ways to occupy yourself and to distract yourself while you're waiting if you happen to be an impatient person. Meditation and mindfulness are very much key things, in prayer that will help you at this time. Right, let's go on now to personal year number 5. And this whole year for you is where life is saying, right, progress, movement, and change. Let's shake things up. Let's change the playing field this year. There are going to be significant changes for some of you this year. It is a year of change where life can change. Other people, it can be a series of smaller changes, or maybe even 1 or 2 small changes. Other people, the changes are a lot bigger and a lot more obvious. One thing's for certain, the energy or the time is speeding up. Things are happening a lot faster. You need a lot more effort to keep yourself disciplined, focused, and structured. You will be easily distracted this year. You may not finish things you start because something else comes up. So you just need to be extra on top of things and not have your finger in too many pies. Great year for change, travel, adventure, networking, getting out and about, trying new things, being a new person, feeling that sense of freedom within yourself. And the month of March for you there are several key things, themes going on. First and foremost, it is a month where there is a focus on finances and career and money issues, legal issues, taking care of that sort of thing, job, finance, all those sorts of things can occur in this combination of numbers. But for everybody, one thing that definitely will occur is where life is asking you to become more empowered from within. Okay, it's to do with your own personal power issues and not allowing yourself to be disempowered by whatever it is that's in your life that can cause you to be disempowered. For some people, it's situations that you're afraid of happening. Letting things get the better of you. Fear. A fear that something may happen, a worry. Some people, they are disempowered by an addiction to substance, an addiction to a pattern of behavior. Addiction can be anything from attention-seeking behavior, addicted to people or a person, addicted to, extreme exercise or dieting. Some people are even addicted to personal growth workshops or things or classes or whatever. Some people are disempowered by other people, a controlling or a powerful entity in your life that causes you to feel disempowered. The 8 is saying, know that you are empowered by your thoughts and your emotions and your beliefs and your perceptions. So how to become empowered is to see the bigger picture of life, get wise, become more conscious, broaden your understanding of the universe, of the universal laws, of the fact that everything is energy. What is the purpose of life? We're a soul. We've come here to learn, grow, and evolve. That's the purpose of our life. So when challenges occur, they're just opportunities for us to grow and learn. They're not as personal as they may seem. You become empowered through wisdom. wisdom of expanding your level of conscious awareness of yourself as a human being and as the journey of life. That will empower you. All right, don't overspend. Have an attitude of abundance. Money comes, money goes. I always end up on top. Know that, don't measure your success by money and dollars and cash in hand. You measure your success by whether you're pursuing your dreams, whether you enjoy what you do, whether you're good at what you do. Know that you also can't judge your success in a moment in time. It's a process over a period of time. So many people think they're failures, they haven't quite accomplished anything because they're trying to summarize the book when they're only half the way, they're only a few chapters in, So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 6. Okay, you guys, this entire year there is a focus on, the relationships around you. Relationship issues that are brewing beneath the surface will rise to be addressed. Can't be swept under the carpet anymore. You may find things become, the elephant in the room. It's going to have to be discussed at some stage because it can't be avoided. So it is definitely a year and a month also to be, the month of March also is a time to be diplomatic, to be cooperative, to be understanding of other people's point of view as well as your own, to be a shoulder to cry on, to put yourself out for the family, or to put yourself out for the relationship, or to put yourself out for someone else. It could be a neighbor, a friend, a work colleague, to be there, to be responsible for whatever opportunity life sends you to be of service. So it can be a good year for those that are studying anything that is a service-orientated modality or a career. And the month of March, there is a focus on out with the ultimate way for the new. So endings, completion, and transformation. For some of you, there is going to be an ending or endings, and they could be anything. It could be the end of a way of thinking. It could be the end of a bloody grudge you've had your whole life, and now you've decided to finally let it go for your own well-being. It could be the end of a period of growth. The penny has dropped and boom, I get it now. Now I'm moving forward ahead, all guns blazing. It could be the end of a period of study, the end of a relationship, the end of a job. Everyone's different. Some people will have significant endings that were obvious, and other people, no, not so much. You look back at this month in April and go, I don't even know if I had an ending. And some of you won't. Everybody's different. But one thing's for certain, this month is encouraging you to go from the chrysalis to the butterfly, to take on board things you've learned and put them in and implement them. It can be a time where things you've been working on finally pay off, the penny finally drops, and you are going through a transformation for this new beginning that will definitely occur in April next month. So I will leave that with you and say if there's anything you know that you need to walk away from, anything you know that isn't good for you, whether it's a limiting belief of your own or an unhealthy habit, health related, drinking, eating, obsessive behavior, a relationship that, is not really healthy for you, or a career, a job, whatever isn't good for you and you really feel you need to go if it's possible. I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 7 and say this entire year for you guys is life is encouraging you to go within. The answers you seek are within yourself, not outside of yourself. So this year is asking you to be patient. Let go, let God. Don't force things to happen. Things may be a bit slow going, but don't worry, life knows what it's doing. There's a reason for that. The reason things are slow going is life has given you time to process through contemplation answers to the big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? Why am I behaving this way? Why is this happening to me? What do I need to do to change to improve my life? If everything was happening super fast and you wouldn't have time to contemplate the answers to those questions, and this is a year where you've got to ask some big questions and allow yourself some space, and especially in quiet time alone, away from distractions, away from people, away from music, away from devices, away from TV and just distraction and noise and busy. The only way, the best way that divine intervention, that divine inspiration can filter into your own conscious mind, the aha moments can take shape, the inspiration for where to go, the next logical step to take, or what is going to put you synchronistically where you need to be at the right time, can mostly come through silence, through quieting your mind, through no distraction, so that you can take the hit, you can feel the hit, you can observe, you can feel the inspiration coming through because your mind is clean and it's open and it's clear. It's not muddy with all of this stuff. That's why meditation's so good for us, guys. That's why anything that stills the mind, breathing, qigong, even yoga for some people, visualize, whatever it is, it's stilling your mind so that not only you can have no negative distractions, okay, so you're clearing your mind of negative fears and overthinking and analyzing and all that drama, but it's stilling your mind so that divine inspiration can come in to every cell of your being and have you feeling and knowing where you need to be and what you need to do. It'll put you in the right place at the right time. That's why, and you need to create space. You need to value that. You need to realize how important that is for your health and well-being and for what you're trying to attract moving forward. So create that space. Time in nature is important. Prayer, all of that sort of thing. The month of March, there are new opportunities, a breath of fresh air. If there's something you want to start and begin, green light, go ahead, begin. Take action, move forward, get in the driver's seat of your life. New ideas are taking shape, so be open to them, be positive, believe that there are ways out of things, believe that there are opportunities coming. New mindset, new breath of fresh air is in store for you this month. All right, so let's move on now to personal year number 8, and that is a year where the grand theme for you is becoming self-empowered, becoming a powerhouse from within. And how do you become a powerhouse from within? There are several steps. 1, learning about your triggers and your thoughts and your perceptions and your beliefs that cause you to feel disempowered. First of all, learn your patterns of behavior. Learn where they come from. So when they reoccur, you can go, oh, I'm not actually feeling really bad about what just happened then. I'm actually feeling bad because I feel this emotion from something that actually started when I was 4. And this is just a thread that reoccurs that I'm manifesting repetitively in my life based on that perception that I have about what happened to me when I was 4. So this is just standard psychology and how we replay events in our life based on things that have happened in the past. And so you become empowered by understanding your triggers, understanding your patterns, understanding what the thoughts and beliefs that you are coded with, because we're simply just attracting from those codes, from those patterns and those beliefs. Secondly, you become empowered by understanding there's a divine power that's bigger than you, and you can plug into the mothership. You can plug into that energy and it can empower you and it can help you to feel complete, content. It can help you to feel confident. It can help you to have faith. It can help you to have hope. It can help you to feel that everything will be okay in the end, that you're not afraid, that you can go into whatever challenge that presents itself and know that you will overcome. That you aren't disempowered by a fear, that you aren't disempowered by a worry of what if. That you are empowered with a mindset that says, regardless of what I go through, regardless of what comes my way, I can make it through. I've got this. And this is what this year is showing. It's going to highlight for you what disempowers you so that you can understand that and you can get on top of that and you can work with that. Now, remember, the law of attraction is a very powerful thing to understand in this 8 year, because the 8 is also governs the law of cause and effect, where we attract based on what we think and believe, that our thoughts are alive, that we attract what we are, not what we want. We attract what we need in terms of our soul's growth, not what we want. There's a lot to know. You've got to be empowered by wisdom. So wisdom empowers you, an understanding of who you are as an energy being, that you're a creative energetic being. Being empowered by the wisdom of having a broader understanding of the journey of life itself and the universe itself and how it works and what's going on here. This is Earth School. You've come to learn and grow. You've got an agenda. That's why I do numerology readings, because they show people what your soul's agenda is for growth. We've come to learn and grow. We're going to have shit happen. That's why we came here. Understand yourself more. The more you understand yourself, the more you understand life, you understand your blueprint, the more empowered you become. the less fearful you are, the more stronger and courageous you are, you see. This is what life is trying to get you to, and understand that you're a creative being and that your thoughts attract. Now, for the month of March, your emotions are going to be a lot more heightened. You're going to be a lot more sensitive than you normally would be. Okay? No, you're not going crazy. Understand you're not going crazy. Just every time you start feeling, oh my God, I'm overreacting, or I'm feeling a bit of hypersensitive, is this the new me? No, it's not the new you. It's just you in this combination of numbers for the month of March. But it will bring repressed emotions to the surface so that you can know that they're there and you can work through them, that you can understand them, you can bless them, you can acknowledge them, and you can release them. Okay, so embrace that experience. It's a really good thing because it's better out than in. It may also heighten your emotions so that you can become more aware of what you need to work on within yourself. Because the 8 is also showing, the 8 year is showing you, it's teaching you to be balanced within yourself. You've got to be balanced, you've got to be strong, you've got to be harmonized, you've got to be in alignment. Look at the 8, it's two circles trying to balance on top of each other. So it's going to highlight what takes you out of balance so that you can be aware of that and you can take steps towards and action towards becoming balanced from within. Great month for you to have heart-to-heart conversations and clear the air with people. It's a month where life is asking you to be more cooperative, more gentle, kind, diplomatic, and understanding towards others and yourself. It's a great month to get closer to people, to get closer and more loving towards yourself, kinder to yourself, kinder to others. It's a combination of numbers where you can meet very, significant meetings can take place with people. Not going to, for some people that are single, they may meet someone significant, or there may be a major karmic experience here with someone. Doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship, but an experience where there's a karmic experience, meaning where there is a lot of growth to come from this meeting or this experience. Or even people that are already in your life, you can have an event or a series of events happen where there is major growth as a result that will catapult you to a higher level of consciousness if you handle it and you express it in the right way from a higher expression as opposed to from your lower ego self. Great month to meditate, to get in touch with your inner you, meditation, time in nature, quiet time alone for contemplation. Great time for, mind, body, spirit. Trying to increase your intuition. Your gut instinct's going to be stronger this month, so be aware of that. Listen to your gut instinct. But if you are disempowered and you are in a state of fear, your gut instinct will can be more paranoia related. So that's why the thing is, the cleaner channel you are, the more accurate your guidance. So if you've got a muddy filter and you're a disempowered, fearful person, a negative person, or you've got big issues you're not working on, your filter is muddy. It's dirty. So therefore you will interpret what comes through from more of a negative, paranoid perception. And so the guidance may not always be clean and clear and accurate. So the more positive you are, the more stronger your relationship is with the divine. You can ask whatever you believe in, your higher self, your guides, your angels, God, the source energy, whatever you want to call it. The stronger your relationship with source and that higher force, you can ask that higher force to help you to be a clean channel, to clear you up from the inside, to help heal your wounds, to help you to view things from a more positive, realistic, truthful perception. The ego buys into the illusion, the soul sees the truth. So you want to learn to live and think and perceive from your soul. All right, that's that from that higher level of awareness. So the perfect opportunity for you to get cracking or get started on that this month. All right, so I'll leave that with you. And personal year number 9, let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. So you guys, the 9 year is out with the ultimate, way for the new. This whole year for you is getting you ready for a new beginning. So this year, both this year and next year, are a 2-year period of time where you are going from the chrysalis to the butterfly, where the you that you are going to be by the end of this year, by the end of next year, you won't even recognize yourself. You'll be like, wow, I have come so far. I can't believe what I've gone through. Some people will experience endings, completion, and transformation in a challenging way. Others, not so much. It all just depends what's in store for you, what your blueprint is, okay? One thing is for certain, don't be afraid. We're never given more than we can handle. It's all in our perception. And the stronger your relationship is with the divine, or what you believe is a higher power bigger than yourself, the easier it will be for you to get through. Because there are certain things that we cannot always do with just pure human willpower. We need a higher force to take over. And whether you believe that higher force is God, whether you believe that higher force is a religion, whether you believe that higher force is Buddha, whether you believe that higher force is angels, Archangel Michael, your spirit guide, your Aunt Ethel that passed over in 1985, it really doesn't matter as long as you believe that there's something bigger than yourself that you can talk to, that you can build a stronger relationship with through conversation. You know, that's a way of prayer. That's what prayer is. It's communicating with a higher power, but not necessarily asking for something. You're just communicating, you're sharing, you're building a bond, a friendship with something bigger than yourself that will empower you. Okay, so get strong within yourself. The month of March is a month where there is going to be opportunity for you to have your say. So you really want to learn to express yourself honestly, to be your true authentic self. There's times where you are going to be encouraged to say what you really think and feel, especially if it's to do or relating to clearing the air, clarifying an issue, improving a situation or a relationship with somebody else. Not necessarily a love relationship, can be a friendship, can be I've got to clear the air, I've got to be honest and tell you what the truth is about the situation, or how I'm feeling about what happened at work, or you know, whatever it is. It can be personal, it can be business related, it can be with a neighbor, it can be with the love of your life, it can be with a child or a parent. You know, conversation, express yourself, speak your truth, be honest. Also a month to get out and about, to be more social, to be open to new experiences, new opportunities, new people. A month to have more fun. Lighten your load. Do more of what makes you feel good. I really want you to go out of your way this month of March to have fun. Whether that fun means something simple as watching some comedy online or on TV, or dancing in your living room to a song that you used to love when you were 16 and no one else is around. Whether it's, you know, pulling out some old CDs you used to love when you were younger that you can now listen to on YouTube. It doesn't matter what it is. Do things that make you feel good. Catch up with people that make you laugh. Go get outside. Spend more time with animals. Whatever makes you feel good, do more of that. It's going to raise your vibration, and you really need to know that that's what joy does. When you feel good, it raises your vibration. When your vibration is raised, especially consistently, you're more in alignment with the divine, with life itself. You'll find yourself more synchronistically in the right place at the right time. When you are in alignment and your vibration is high consistently, you will find that solutions to problems present themselves much quicker and easier. Okay, your health improves. All kinds of things can happen as a result. So it's not just me saying, you know, do fun things just for the sake of, hey, do something fun. There's a reason for it, and that reason is very important. It cannot be underestimated. All right, so I'll leave that with you. I say what needs to be said, get things off your chest. If you can't have direct verbal conversations one-on-one with people, then journal, write a letter to someone, write a letter that you may burn and not send to someone, but you got to express yourself and get things out. Express things out. It's better out than in. All right, so I'll leave that with you, and like I said, I hope you have a fantastic month of March, and I'll be back with your forecast on the 1st of April. God bless and take care. Bye.